Today is a big day for silver. Yes, the spot price is currently over $25 an ounce. Once again, although I do expect it to be volatile with all of the news coming out, I'm going to break it down. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. I want to briefly let you know that I am sponsored by SD Bullion, and I want to show you a killer deal they got going on right now. We've got 2023 1-ounce silver Britannia coins for only $2.79 over spot. This is a really good deal, but it's not going to last forever. So if you want to check it out yourself, head over to sdbullion.com, click on Docs Deals, and there you go. One of the biggest news items today is the Fed rate hike. We should know in a few hours. In fact, by the time this video is posted, we'll probably already know if they're doing the 25 basis point rate hike or a larger one, but certainly they are going to raise rates today, but it's probably not going to be the biggest mover for gold and silver. If we dig into this article here, Powell's press conference is likely to be the bigger markets mover this afternoon. Traders want to see if Powell continues to lean hawkish on U.S. monetary policy or if he eases up a bit, given the tamer U.S. inflation readings recently. So based on what Powell says this afternoon, we really could see silver move up or down. In other news, the yuan exceeds the dollar in China's bilateral trade for the first time. This was the April to June numbers, and wow, this is a big deal. The dollar is definitely losing its hold as the world's reserve currency. The yuan was used in 49% of China's cross-border transactions last quarter, mainly due to a more open capital market and a more yuan-based trade with Russia. Later in the article, we read China also looks to use its immense buying power to put a dent in the dollar's grip on commodity markets. State-owned China National Offshore Oil Corp and France's Total Energies in March completed China's first yuan-dominated purchase of liquefied natural gas. So obviously, the dollar is not in complete control, and there are other currencies certainly willing to challenge it. If the dollar starts to fall dramatically, this could be massive for gold and silver. Is this going to happen overnight? Probably not. This could take quite some time, but it looks like it certainly is a possibility, and nothing is off the table at this point in time. Next, we take a look at the banks. Massive Bank of America paper losses underscore problems in the banking system. This is such a big deal because Bank of America is one of the largest banks in the world. Check this out. As of the end of the first quarter, Bank of America had over $100 billion in unrealized losses on its bond portfolio. This is the exact problem that torpedoed Silicon Valley Bank. One analyst called Bank of America's balance sheet a mess. However, Bank of America isn't alone. Most banks dumped cash into the bond market when rates were low and bond prices were high, but Bank of America pursued the policy with gusto and now faces the biggest paper losses in the industry. In comparison, JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo charted about $40 billion in unrealized losses. To wrap up the article here, banks may be able to weather this storm thanks to the Fed bailout, but it is just a matter of time before these high interest rates break something else in the financial system or the economy. The U.S. economy is programmed to run on easy money. What kind of damage the Fed has caused by taking that away remains to be seen. Many of you will remember me talking about the FEDNOW program that the Federal Reserve was going to launch. A few months ago, they actually announced it, but just 2 days ago, they officially went live. This is the backbone or the infrastructure for a central bank digital currency in America. If we go to their website, we can see the FEDNOW service is live. So different banks and institutions are able to send and receive money using the Fed and their digital dollar service. This is crazy. I mean, when they announced this, I thought, okay, this is kind of like a pipe dream. They're going to have to keep pushing this back. No one's going to sign up for it, but it's literally going on right now. If we look and see who's actually using this service, it's mostly banks and credit unions, money services. But mark my words, it won't be long until regular people like you and I are actually signing up for the Fed and their digital dollar. Now, the FEDNOW service itself is not exactly a central bank digital currency, but it paves the way for one to be offered to us. And if people sign up for this particular service, it's going to signal to the Fed that, yes, people are willing to sign up for a digital currency. And the bottom line is we should be worried about this. But if you do own physical gold and silver, they will help protect your wealth. Let's get to my favorite part of the news update. It is the silver price forecast for the end of the year, and actually we'll talk about where silver could go for the next 5 to 10 years as well. But here is a list of about 30 banks and precious metals dealers or mining companies and their predictions. This is where they think silver will be at the end of the year. So to kick it off, Bank of America, they're saying 25 bucks. So basically, silver is not going to move at all from where it is today. Sprott Money, obviously, Eric Sprott, he's involved in mining companies and investing. He's predicting $38 silver by the end of the year. The Silver Institute thinks the price of silver will go down $23. So $2 loss between now and the end of the year. The LBMA, they have a massive stockpile of gold and silver. They're predicting the price will go up $28.30 an ounce. And if we look at Matterhorn Asset Management, perhaps one of the most bullish predictions for the end of the year, they're saying $50 silver. But if we scroll down, we can see the forecasts for the next 5 to 10 years. Robert Kiyosaki, we know he's super bullish on gold and silver. He's saying $75 to $500 by 2025. Wells Fargo, a very large bank, they're predicting $48 silver in the next 5 years. This would put silver at near an all-time high, and this is a bank putting out that prediction. Keith Neumeyer, we know he's the CEO of First Majestic Silver. He's saying $125 in the current cycle, so probably over the next 5 to 10 years. Over the course of me filming this video, we've seen silver price actually dip slightly. It is now below $25 an ounce. Pretty crazy. I did mention the price is going to be a little bit volatile today. Now we see it's down to $24.98, but we'll have to wait until tonight to see what Powell says, and then we'll probably get the big move one way or the other. Perhaps we'll have to wait until tomorrow to see that move, but either way, I think we can expect to see some volatility throughout this week and moving into next week. I am curious what all of you think about silver price and all of the news that's going on. Feel free to leave your comments down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.